Castles. Our second commencement is Senator Micheál Carrigy. Senator Carrigy.
Thanks very much, Minister. You're very welcome here today to take my commencement matter. Simply, we're looking for extra capacity within the special schools in Longford to cater for kids that have that need. And I welcome the significant investment by government, particularly over the last number of years through the Department of Education and the rollout of extra special classes through both the primary and post-primary system within the county. There still is a need for those kids that have a higher need. We have a 2-class general mild learning difficulty class in one of our post-primary schools, but it's my understanding that the department's looking forward, they're not looking at opening any additional classes in any of the rest of the schools within the county. So there is need for those kids that have particularly severe difficulties and need that support that a special school gives. And I have a number of parents that are in that position and unfortunately are being told that there isn't capacity for their child to go to that special school. And those kids are in special classes and within some of our primary and post-primary schools being well looked after, but they need that extra care to give them the potential to maximise, as I say, their potential. So that's my ask. I've spoken with the CNO, who is well aware of the number of parents that are in this position. So there is a need, and I think it's incumbent on us to make sure that we cater for that need. We don't need a situation where kids aren't able to access the proper educational facilities that they need. As chair of the Joint Directors Committee, we had a significant amount of engagement, with parents groups, schools, unions, etc. And one of the issues within that actually was the significant number of actually special schools that didn't participate within the summer programme, which is needed for parents and for families, and particularly for kids that have, the highest need or need the highest level of support. And we've made significant changes in that. An increased number of schools took part in the summer gone by in 2023, but not enough. It's my view that all schools, all special schools, should give a full 4-week programme, and that's something as an all-party parliamentary group on autism, that's what we are calling for, to make sure that every school provides that programme. But it's important that every child that needs to access that school has the capacity to be able to do that. And within my own county in Longford, there are kids that are not able to get that support. So we need to put whatever funding is in place, whatever supports need to be put in place to make sure them extra places are there for those children and for their families.
Senator Carrigy, Minister.
Thank you. And thank you, Senator Carrigy, both for raising this question and for your work on the Autism Committee as Chair. And I had the good fortune to be able to work closely with you on that committee, and it was a real privilege to be able to be engaged in that work, and I thank you for your commitment to it and your work in this area. To answer your question very directly in relation to Longford, as the Senator is aware, 6 special classes opened in County Longford in the period September 2023, this academic year, and I'm trying to just confirm the figures for the previous years. That brings to the total of number of special classes in Longford to 39, 25 at primary and 14 at post-primary level. But of course what you're asking me is about the special school in Longford, which of course has enrolment, as I understand it, currently of 41 students. It's my understanding that the school was recently refurbished, that there's 9 classes there, and that there is therefore some more capacity than 41 is my understanding, and I'm told by the department that admission policy is open at the moment. Now, I appreciate that there may be constraints in relation to some equipment or size of some equipment, but it does appear from the briefing that I have had from the department that the admission policy is open, and of course it's so very important that this school is available and open to the students who need it, working with the CNO who's able to identify the different needs of the children who may need it. And of course we are aware from our work on the committee and for other reasons that children can come in and out of a special school and into a special class in a mainstream school as befits their needs and meets their educational needs most appropriately over time, recognising that children's needs of course change over time. So I'm very, very glad that you've given me the opportunity to answer your question this morning in relation to the importance of that school in Longford, to confirm that its admissions policy, as I am told by the Department of Education, is in fact open, and that I know the department and the NCSE are working closely in relation to the forward planning, both in relation to the special classes for the 2024-2025 school year and beyond. And of course, as demand for new special classes at post-primary level is expected to increase, to make sure that those post-primary special classes are available I'm told that the department has communicated to all post-primary schools for the need to begin planning. Now, this obviously is in the mainstream side, Senator, as well, but just to highlight to you, it is envisaged that, so the department has asked post-primary schools to plan, to come to them with what is necessary. It is envisaged that all post-primary schools will be required to provide special classes over the next 2 to 4 years, with an approximate average of 4 special classes in each school. So that's a significant amount of planning, that's a significant amount of work. I certainly can see in my own constituency the great expansion of the number of special classes at primary level, and I'm very pleased and encouraged to see that it's appropriately meeting a need, although there is more to go. But of course that work has to continue into the post-primary level, and if there's anything further I can try to answer.
Thank you very much, Minister. Senator Carrigy.
Thanks very much, Minister, for that reply. It's very positive to hear that there is capacity there, and I'd be delighted to bring that back to the parents, and I look forward to any further correspondence from the department with regard to when those places will be available for the parents and for the kids. So thank you very much.
Thanks very much.